She looks in the mirror and barely recognizes herself. Her hair is different, he said he preferred it that way. The clothes aren't her style, but it's what he finds beautiful. She stopped going out with those friends, he thought they were bad influences. Dropped hobbies she loved, he said she spent too much time on them. Changed the way she talks, laughs, even thinks. Because every time she was authentic, he frowned. Made a comment. Compared her to someone. And slowly, without noticing, she kept molding herself. Kept adjusting. Kept becoming the version of herself he approves of. And now, late at night, looking at this person in the mirror, she feels a strange emptiness. Because she succeeded. She transformed into exactly what he wanted. But in the process, she completely lost who she was. And the question haunts her. If I changed everything for him, who am I now? This is the silent pain of women who lose themselves trying to fit. And today we're unveiling the devastating psychology behind this self-erasure. Because it's not love. It's not compromise. It's a process of gradual self-destruction where she trades her essence for acceptance. And without understanding what leads her to change everything for someone, she'll spend her life transforming into versions others want, but never being who she really is. Let's start with the difficult truth. She doesn't change everything because she loves too much. She changes because she doesn't feel sufficient being who she is. And this has deep roots in what psychologists call conditional self-love. When she grows up believing she needs to be different to be loved, quieter, more well-behaved, less intense, less herself, her brain learns a devastating lesson. Her authenticity is a problem. She needs to mold herself to be accepted. So when she meets someone and he says, directly or indirectly, that she'd be better if she changed this or that, something inside her doesn't react with indignation. Reacts with obedience. Because she was already expecting this. Already believed it. And she starts changing. Small things first, then bigger things. And each change comes with a silent promise. If I do this, he'll love me more. If I become what he wants, I'll finally be enough. But here's the cruel irony. The more she changes for him, the less he respects her. Because someone who erases themselves for love doesn't inspire admiration. Inspires contempt. He might even like it at first. But over time, he'll feel he's with a copy, not a real person. And her? She'll feel she's living a life that isn't hers, but no longer knows how to go back. Now the question arises, but why does she do this? Why does she give up herself? Because the pattern of erasing herself for someone always originates somewhere. If she grew up being criticized, you're too loud, you're too dramatic, why can't you be more like your sister? She learned that who she is naturally isn't good enough. So she developed the habit of modifying herself to please. If she grew up with conditional love, where affection came only when she behaved a certain way, she learned that love is earned through performance. And relationships became another stage where she needs to act. If she has deep fear of abandonment, she learned it's safer to transform into what the other wants than risk being herself and being rejected. Because rejection of the false version hurts less than rejection of who she really is. And when he suggests a change, subtle at first, then more direct, she doesn't see this as a red flag. She sees it as an opportunity to finally be truly loved. If she just changes this and that and more of that. But she never gets there. Because men who ask her to change who she is are never satisfied. There's always one more thing. There's always something that could be better. As she continues changing, the patterns deepen. She develops fragmented identity. She no longer knows what she likes versus what she pretends to like to please him. Her preferences mix with his expectations. And she loses her internal compass. She begins constantly policing herself. Before speaking, she thinks, will he approve this? Before dressing, will he find this beautiful? Before doing anything, will he get irritated? She no longer lives spontaneously. She lives edited. She loses important connections. Friends he didn't like. Family that caused problems. Hobbies that took time from him. And gradually, she becomes isolated in a world that revolves around him. And when she finally realizes, she no longer has anywhere to return to. She develops deep resentment. Not against him, against herself. Because she knows nobody forced her. She chose. And now she looks in the mirror and sees a stranger, and can't blame anyone but herself. And she confuses adaptation with love, when in reality it's self-destruction disguised as compromise. What happens to this woman? She becomes someone without essence. An edited version, censored, approved by him but unrecognizable to herself. She becomes the type of woman who can't answer simple questions like what do you want to eat because she lost contact with her own desires, feels envious of authentic women because she forgot what it's like to live unfiltered, lives in constant fear of ruining everything by going back to who she really is, justifies each change. It wasn't that important anyway. It was for something greater. Every relationship requires sacrifices. And the relationship, it doesn't improve. Because she's changing, but he's not growing. She's adapting, but he's not valuing her. And one day she realizes she changed everything. And he's still unsatisfied. Because the problem was never her. The problem is he wanted someone controllable, not someone real. The crucial question isn't, what else do I need to change for him to love me? It's, why am I with someone who doesn't love who I really am? Because healthy changes in a relationship are those that make her the best version of herself. Not a different version, the best version of herself. He inspires her to be healthier? Great. He encourages her to pursue her dreams? Wonderful. He motivates her to grow emotionally? Perfect. But if he's asking her to be another person, that's not growth, it's control. And she needs to distinguish. Growth. You're incredible, and I support you in being even more yourself. Control. You'd be better if you were less yourself and more what I want. If she changed her clothes, her hair, her friends, her hobbies, her way of speaking, and he's still not satisfied, she doesn't need to change more. She needs to leave. So if there's a woman listening who changed everything for him, she needs to hear, each piece of herself that she abandoned for him is a piece she'll never recover the same way. The time she spent being the version he wanted is time she never lived being herself. And a relationship that requires her to disappear isn't a relationship. It's erasure. She deserved someone who fell in love with her being exactly who she is. Deserved someone who encouraged her to be more authentic, not less. Deserved someone who loved her peculiarities, not demanded she hide them. And she can still choose differently, not by changing more things, but by recovering who she was before she started losing herself. And this begins with small acts of rebellion. Wear that outfit he doesn't like but she loves. Call that friend she abandoned. Resume that hobby she dropped. Laugh the loud way she used to laugh. Speak her real opinion even if he disapproves. And observe his reaction. If he loves her, he'll celebrate her return to herself. If he controls her, he'll get irritated with her authenticity. And that reaction will tell her everything she needs to know. She doesn't need to be perfect. She needs to be real. She doesn't need to be the way he wants. She needs to be the way she is. And if he can't love the real version of her, then he doesn't love her. He loves the idea of who he wants her to be. And that's not love. It's a project. And she's not a project. She's a person. A person who deserves to be loved for who she really is, not for who she can pretend to be. So stop changing. Start returning. Return to herself. Because the woman she was before him, she's waiting, and she deserves to be found again. By herself.